lot. Now Golden State's starting five. We've got Stephen Curry. Green is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the center position. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the one spot. We've got some great guards going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Curry. Minnesota with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
It's stolen by Kuminga. Here's Post, defended by DiVincenzo. They kick it out to Green. Here's the three. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, we see Draymond Green take a lot of threes. He doesn't make a lot of threes, but we see him take them. That time, knocks down the J.
Now here's Randle. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Curry, good.
That's tough. Tough finish. Steph's not just a great shooter, but really great numbers through the years as being an elite finisher.
With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Here's DiVincenzo, following the basket by Stephen Curry.
Sometimes DiVincenzo and that athleticism he has, that'll sneak up on you.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Post. Sinks the triple.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. We talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
Thank you, David. And here is DiVincenzo after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. 9 points for Stephen Curry. Timberwolves trail by 5. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. No one near Randle as he lets it go. Knocks down the three ball.
Well, Randle keeping you honest here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
Now here's Curry. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Post. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. From 10 feet out. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Right side, Edwards. Back to Randall. Randall is screen on Green. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Green with a screen for Curry. Outside, Green. It's stolen by Randall. And he dunks it down.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. From Target Center, back in a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Minnesota with the ball. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Nailed from three-point land. Edwards got the lead up to 3 now for Minnesota. Green, the screen. Curry against McDaniel. Curry with it. 9 points in the game so far. Three-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. The overall game of Julius Randle is impressive. He's gritty. He is in there giving it, Brent, his everything.
Yeah, Kevin, you think about that year where he averaged 24, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. I mean, the only other guys that did that were Will Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, Russell Westbrook.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
The focus from Curry gets it to fall inside.
Those floaters, boy, they really demoralize the defense. Here's the thing, Steph knows it.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked out, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
DiVincenzo against Curry. And foul on the shot. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen Curry, 2 shots. The play is undefeated by the NBA rules.
Tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
McDaniel sets a screen for Edwards. Edwards loves it in there.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let it cook.
Here's the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Jacks up a three. Edwards with the floor spacer.
And the touch on Edwards' shot is really nice. Gives it just enough power to drop in.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Outside for Curry. 6 to shoot. Lets the three fly. Curry buries the three shot.
I don't know what you do with Steph in the pick and roll situation like that. He capitalizes because of the separation, and it doesn't have to be much.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Picked by Randall. Curry with the steal. Pass to Green. Back to Curry. 29 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Post. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Post has got 6.
Remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as the Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere. Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Now DiVincenzo. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Minnesota. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Hield. Gary Payton II is out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Pajemski in at the point guard position. Here's Alexander Walker. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Alexander Walker with the ball. Good on the triple. Alexander Walker's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Here's Hield. Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Hield. There's the 3. Now Pajemski. There's a screen. Now here's Moody. And the three ball is good.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
Pass to Minot. Here's Miller, and the layup falls.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Moody with it, beyond the arc. Minot pulls it in.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Miller inside, covered by Hield. Shots good by Miller. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead. Hield outside. Pass to Moody. Golden State moving the ball around. Such a wide open look. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Alexander Walker finds Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Pass to Moody. Now Pajemski. Jackson Davis in the corner. Three-pointer, Hield. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Minot. Fires for three. Offensive rebound. Reed. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:12 left in the third. Reed with a screen on Hield. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Reed. A three ball. Drills it from outside. Reed's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Alexander Walker. Off target at the rim. Warriors trail by 11. Hield from outside. Miller grabs the miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hield attacking. On the wing, Payton. Pass to Moody. Now Pajemski. Fires from the wing. That one doesn't drop.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And so. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Minnesota leading by 11. They've got Miller. Also, Naz Reid out there. And it's Alexander Walker in at the points. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Out to the right wing. Reid against Green. To the inside. And Miller throws it down hard.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Here's Curry. Curry, the signature floater.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Edwards against Butler. Edwards passes to Randall. Oh, good on the triple. And Gobert kicks to Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Butler. For three. They shoot again. Outside for Randall. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. 11-point game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Post. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
And he comes up with the deuce. And the Timberwolves lead by 11. Golden State's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Nice take from Curry. Stolen by McDaniels. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
Pass to Post. Green with the ball. He's defended by Randall, and Green slams it in.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
They've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
Outside Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Pass to Post. 5 to shoot. Curry with it. Now defended by Gobert. Curry, good.
Now that hurts. You work all that time on defense, and Steph throws up something like that kills you.
Edwards from deep three-point territory. Shoots the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Curry looking it over. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Good focus there from Steph Curry, muscling past the defense. Yeah, I said it, muscling to get the contact.
Minnesota leading by 8. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. That's to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. From downtown. Goes back up. And Stephen Curry with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. On defense, the Warriors have given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. For 3, Edwards. Edwards with another miss.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Fires from way outside. Curry can't get it to go.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Sinks the three-pointer.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
The huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Curry outside. Warriors getting another chance here. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. And Edwards launches it from deep. They get the rebound. Puts up a deep three. Off target with that shot. And so the Timberwolves take the win. Some good competition, but the hometown. Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg.
this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
And here's Memphis' starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Clark in at the small forward position. Now here's Gobert. Outside Edwards from the arc. And it's Bane with the rebound. And here comes the break. Pass to Edey. Bane against Edwards. 6 to shoot. Here's Edey. Three-pointer. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. First quarter of play, a minute in. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Outside Bane. Jackson with a screen on Edwards. Bane, the pass to Jackson. Knocks down the triple.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Morant with it. Randall's in his pocket. Jackson against McDaniels. Jackson down low. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Morant looking for an opening. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Edwards. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jackson outside. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Hey, it's what every youth coach says. Follow your shot. This is why you do it, for those easy putbacks.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
A little sauce. Anthony Edwards rise high and finish over the defender.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Edwards against Bane. And Edwards the bucket on the assist by McDaniels.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Edwards against Bane. Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Bane's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Randall, good.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Moran against McDaniels. Kicks it out to Clark. Jackson outside. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
The kick out to Edwards. 30 seconds left in the first. Back to Randall. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Morant. Randall can't hit.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And here's Bain. For 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Memphis. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here we go, one-on-one. And here's Edwards outside. Oh, it's Edwards all the way.
Boy, Anthony Edwards out in transition, knows his teammates made a defensive play, and wisely leaks out.
And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Pass to Randall. Now here's McDaniels. And stolen by Clark. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Morant fights through contact inside.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Driving inside. Oh, wow!
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Now here's Morant. He has 7. No good on the 3. It's Edwards on the wing, guarded by Bain. Strong drive by Edwards. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's now just a 1-point Memphis lead.
Boy, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got the handle, I've got the strength off the dribble drive. Pretty move.
Bain serving the D. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards against Bain. Edey for 3. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these 2 young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Aggressive take from Morant. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Stolen by Bain. To the left wing. Left side, Morant. Jacks up a three. Oh, a bomb from Ja.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Picked by Gobert. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
And so Jackson nails both of them. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning. And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Payne, the pass to Morant. Just 5 on the clock. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The free throw drops for Morant.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Up top, Edwards. Randall, left side. He knocks it down. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
On the court for the Grizzlies, Marvin Bagley is out there with G.G. Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Wells in at the 2. Kennard outside. Pass to Bagley. Here's Wells. Goes up on the wing. Memphis the rebound. Here's Kennard. Jackson outside. Back to Kennard. Alexander Walker grabs the board. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Crafty move. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves shooting about 60% for the game. Back to Alexander Walker. For the lead. Misses at the rim. The Grizzlies have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. They set a pick. Wells, the pass to Bagley. To the middle. Here's Huff. And the layup is good off the glass.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside Reed. From outside the arc. He buries it from 3. Reed's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Now here's Jackson. Still without a bucket. Drives to the hoop. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Memphis shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first one falls.
Jackson, 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
And Nas Reed has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, BA, and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Nas has got big-time game.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Pass to Shannon.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shakes him. And he takes it up and lays it in.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Miller. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Outside Reed. Lets it go from deep. Gets rebounded by Memphis. Here's Bagley. Finished off the break. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And the Grizzlies shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Kennard for 3. They grab their own miss. Off, good. And now a 4-point Memphis lead.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Here's Reed. Huff pulls it in. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Here's Wells. And he lays it up and in.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
Pass to Shannon. Reed sets a screen. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Now Kennard. He's scoreless. And he drops it in from the low post.
What assertive play by Luke Kennard in the painted area doing work.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. The three-pointer off the mark. Kennard with it. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Here's Edwards. And Clark with a block. And so it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here's Edey. McDaniels covering. Edey, that's good. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Memphis leading by 6. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Misses, and you know he wants that one back. Edwards against Bain. Gobert passes to Edwards. The three. Oh, Edwards, money on the triple.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Edwards against Moran. Pass to Jackson from behind the arc. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Both teams are starting to fight.
Oh, a sensational slam by Amp.
Oh, my goodness. The athleticism of Anthony Edwards on full display.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Bane. Three-pointer off the mark.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
DiVincenzo against Moran. DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Randall on the screen. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
That's where patience pays off for Anthony Edwards. The clock is dwindling, but he's keeping his poise.
Outside Moran. The three from Bane. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Moran against DiVincenzo. That one's good. This game is all even. DiVincenzo's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that finally gets them back to even.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul.
Up top, Moran. McDaniels covering. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Edey. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we've talked about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe that.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level. But those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
And then Morant with the dunk.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
DiVincenzo with it. Guarded by Morant. Outside for Randall. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randle embracing a tough opportunity.
Oh, you know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
Randall finds McDaniels. 50 seconds left in the fourth. And he buries it.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Outside Morant. Morant flashes his vertical there.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Has the ability to score against size, and those were crucial.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. On the take, money.
Big time bucket to put him in front. Now they've got to put everything into their D and come up with a big stop.
DiVincenzo with a screen on Clark. Pass to Randall. The three is up. Can't get the three to fall.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a 3-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just...
Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Dede out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Clark in at the small forward.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
And he gets it to go.
And Curry makes the floater look so sweet. You just assume that it's going in the minute he releases it.
And Morant throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Curry, good.
That's where Curry will cross you up. If you play him to shoot, he just drives it.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
Dede can't hit.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Curry. Pass to post. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Just great awareness from Curry. So good at reading the floor and finding his open teammates.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. You know, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. Coach said he's a guy that can score from all three levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thanks, David. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the score by Memphis. Carries it from three-point range.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Morant against Butler. And Morant throws it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's Curry. Grizzlies making the shot. A three-pointer off the mark. Jackson looking it over. Warriors with the rebound. Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. And the basket is good. Curry's got 9 points.
And you're asking for trouble when you give Curry this positioning. He's so efficient down there.
Butler against Morant. To the middle. Here's Dede. Out to Morant. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Clark. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoff, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
John Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bane missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Now here's Curry. He's got 10. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Grizzlies ball.
Memphis trailing here. Here's Morant. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Curry Curry against Bain. They kick it out to Green. Outside Butler. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Outside, Bain drills the three-pointer.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Butler, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Grizzlies out in front. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
We've got Draymond Green. Stephen Curry's out there with Butler. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center position. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Warriors trail by 3. Even dating back to his high school days, Desmond Bain was overlooked as a prospect.
Yeah, he wasn't even ranked by any major recruiting services. That just lets you know that the scouts don't always get it right. Then he fell to the 30th pick in the 2020 draft. He's made a lot of teams regret passing on him.
Morant finds Jackson. Here's Edey. 7 points in the game. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up.
And they got to bring the double team on him.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the contest. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Curry against Clark. They need this. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. From deep three-point land. Curry laser-guided shot from deep range.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Here's Edey. The rebound by Post. Bain against Curry. There's Green with the 3. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Ahead. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Doesn't have to get up much. Jackson Jr. at 6'11" just easily finishes that hoop.
Green kicks to Kuminga. Green with a screen for Curry. Takes a 3. Curry from 3.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
There's a good screen. Payne for 3. They grab their own miss. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Edey's got 9 points in the quarter.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Up top, Curry. He's covered by Clark. 1:39 left here in the second. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And Curry's not the biggest guy, but he can sense the contact coming and makes the adjustment.
The Warriors have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Where there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State. This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Here's Curry. Oh, Curry makes it look so easy.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Morant looking around. Oh, good on the three. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Warriors. They trail by 3. Here's Post. A second chance effort. There's Green with the 3. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. That's foul number 2 for him. Bagley, he's checked in for Edey. Down low, here's Bagley. And finish off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Stephen Curry.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Morant with it. 6 points for him. Bane with the screen on Butler. Here's Morant, and it's good, 2 points. Morant's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Grizzlies lead by 5. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Curry has been sensational.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Wells. G.G. Jackson is out there with Bagley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. To the paint. Here's Bagley. And finish off by Bagley.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Here's Moody. They kick out to Hield. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. Hield's got himself on the board with 3 there.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
Richard, with Buddy Hield, we're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
And so here's Memphis. The lead is 2. Inside. And he banks in the layup. Huff's got his first bucket in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking him right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Pass to Huff. To the middle. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And it's Heel off the drive. They set the screen. Here's Podziemski. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake. I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
To the inside, Jackson Davis. Bagley with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here's the fast break. A nice shot by Huff.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Healed with it. Picked up by Bagley. Back to Healed. 5 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Moody. Cranes the three-pointer. Moody's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Look at Hield's unselfish approach. He's working to find everyone to look, not just himself.
Huff passes to Wells. To the paint, picked off in midair. One-on-one fast break. Here's Jackson Davis.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And the layup's good off the glass. Bagley's got 8 points.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. Knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Here's Jackson Davis. Rebounded by Jackson. Memphis leading by 3. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Wells kicks to Jackson. Here's the screen. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by Huff.
Taking full advantage of a gap in the mid-range coverage.
Now Heel. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Now here's Wells. He's defended by Podziemski. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Heel. Morant with the steal. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Grizzlies leading by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Slice to be wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors 5.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Curry against Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Curry.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Payne for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Curry against Jackson. Right side Curry. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Morant dishes to Jackson. With the drive, Clark outside. Pass to Edey. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's the floater. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Stephen Curry. Morant outside. Payne sets the screen for Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge.
Now, where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. It's Morant with the drive. Payne looking around. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, nice pass by Butler. He can be tricky to defend because he can take the shot or give it up just as easily.
Payne against Curry. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review
the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
the wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Morant. Back to Curry. So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Curry on the wing. Guarded by Jackson. The kick outside to Butler. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
Out left to the wing. Butler against Morant. Clock at 6. to the middle. Here's Edie. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Butler, a screen on Jackson. Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. Golden State moving it around. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Outside, Bain.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Nice take from Curry. Yes!
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
Ball stolen. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That was all right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony.
Welcome, everyone. Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Warriors, we've got Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center position, locking down the middle. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Randle against Green. It's Edwards on the wing. Randle on the screen. There's the triple. The rebound by Post. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels from long range. Rebounded by Green. McDaniels against Curry. We played just over a minute here in the first. Chalk up 2 there.
Boy, Curry is just such a fabulous shot maker. Really knows how to adjust his motion for any distance or defense.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Butler. Back to DiVincenzo. They get the rebound, and it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates. And he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor. And, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
And here's Green from the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Down low. Back to Edwards. It's stolen by Green. Curry against Edwards. Curry looking it over. And it's blocked by Edwards.
Yeah, good anticipation helps Edwards see the shot forming. Then his speed gets him there for the block.
Gobert passes to Randle. Takes a 3. Shot clock at 5. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
To win the drought. And the layup is good. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Randle. No points so far. 1:10 left in the first quarter. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Curry against McDaniels. Outside for Butler. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. drops in the three.
Butler stroking it nicely. Good touch from outside the arc.
Curry against DiVincenzo. To the paint. It's stolen by Kuminga. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Here's Curry. Green, the pass to Curry. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Outside Curry. Back to Green. From downtown. Randall pulls down the board. Timberwolves trail by 3. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. They need this. Pure from three-point range. Edwards has got 9 points.
Really like what Edwards did there. Assertive in the two-man game.
Now here's Curry. It'll count. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Now here's Curry. There's a screen. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Clark with Minnesota being a major player in the West now. Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Here's Curry. Curry creates inside.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Randall on the screen. Edwards with it. Green picks him up. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Edwards against Green. On the take, Edwards. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch him, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
It's stolen by Kuminga. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Wow, Kuminga gets back in a flash.
You know, Steph Curry is not always looking for his next shot. He's got a selflessness about him that's inspiring.
Randall, a screen on Butler. Back to Randall. And it's a big finish right on Draymond Green. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcast.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Curry against DiVincenzo. And it's good for 2. DiVincenzo's got his first points of the game.
Well, I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
Curry finds Kuminga. Curry against McDaniels. They set the screen. Outside Curry. to the inside. Here's Green. McDaniels with some nice D.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
And Curry with the take. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Curry's got 15.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
It's Edwards with a drive. Warriors with the rebound. In transition, here they come. And here's Kuminga for three. Gets the three to fall. He has 6.
Yeah, you know what? This is exactly what Curry gives you. He can handle it, score it, pass it. He gives you an expanded menu.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Uh-oh, Kuminga.
Whoa!
These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Here's DiVincenzo. An easy 2 on the layup. DiVincenzo's got 6 in the quarter.
Gobert can look over the top of just about any defense right there. Delivers a nice pass.
Pass to post. Launches it. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. He takes it in. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor.
After the review,
Wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Buddy Hield is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Gary Payton II. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
The rebound by Moody.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
Knocked loose. Here's Shannon, defended by Pajemski. And there's a pick. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Shannon, shot clock at 6. Counted from distance. Shannon's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Hield. The offensive rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Golden State on D. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Pass to Minot. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Here's Alexander Walker.
Good to see Hield upping his defensive intensity there, making an impact with his high energy.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times. He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Warriors trail by 9. Here's Minot. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Hield from outside. Hits the trifecta.
A very efficient range shooter. You expect Hield to take these shots.
Left side, Alexander Walker. Outside Hield. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11. Here's Alexander Walker. Connects from downtown.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Outside Hield. Here he goes. Pass to Jackson Davis. It's deflected. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, Alexander Walker. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Hield from outside. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Shannon. There's the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. And Hield puts up a deep 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Here we go, one-on-one. Now here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Hield. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Hield. Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good on the second free throw. Warriors trail by 17. Here's Payton. No good. Had a chance to end the run there. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. Here's Reed. Let's go with a 3. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Hield for 3. On target from range. Hield's got 6 here in the quarter. Now Alexander Walker. And that's not gonna go. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Minnesota. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. DiVincenzo with a screen on Butler. Pass to Gobert. Out to the wing. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. you got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level, you got something real good for yourself.
And here's Randall. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Minnesota again missing. Warriors trail by 16. And here's Butler outside. Pass to Curry. Takes the three. Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
Huge night for Curry and a great rhythm thus far. That's always bad news for the team he's facing.
Picked by Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Edwards for three. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
The three from Curry. That shot off.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Gobert with the bucket.
It's too easy for him when he's that close. The defense has to put a body on Gobert inside.
And a deep three from Curry. That won't go either for Curry. The Timberwolves lead by 18. And here's Edwards outside. Here's McDaniels. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Rocketing right off the floor. Explosive jam by McDaniels.
Outside Butler. Curry with it. Pass to post. Looking to win the run. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Randall. Now here's Edwards. Randall, a screen on Butler. Outside for Randall. 5 on the clock. Outside McDaniels. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The 3 ball. The Warriors pull it in. We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth. And here's Curry for 3. McDaniels with the rebound. For 3, DiVincenzo. No good. Warriors trail by 17. Pass to Butler. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. For Minnesota, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Timberwolves.
Man, the bench brought lots of energy tonight.
I'll tell you, when your reserves can score it like that, it puts your team in a great position to win.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
.111 left in the fourth quarter. McDaniels against Curry. The floater. McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. And Edwards puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. And the Timberwolves lead by 20. Up top, Curry. Sweet little floater. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Warriors took the opportunity when he saw it.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Curry from deep three-point. Did he?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, my! He did!
What an incredible shot!
Wow!
Yes, indeedy.
Edwards fires from way outside. Offensive rebound.
Big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
But only if you...
Oh, are you kidding? Are you kidding?
How about that?
What a shot.
Mark it up.
Fires from way outside. No good. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill.
Sports and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
Now here's Edwards after the miss from Desmond Bane. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Outside Jackson. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Oh, that's a tough pass to make there. He had a very narrow gap to squeeze it through and just couldn't get it done.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. To the right side. Edey with the rebound.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by McDaniels. Memphis with the ball, searching for their first points of the game. Connects from three-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last three ball back, but couldn't get it to fall. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Edwards, following the miss by John Morant. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Edey, defended by Gobert. McDaniels against Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can they get it? And the layup is up and in.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Randall with a screen for Edwards. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. To the paint. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Anthony Edwards.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway. The Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Now Edwards, after the missed three from Desmond Bain. Edwards against Morant. And the basket by Edwards.
What touch. Edwards has mastered just about every shot there is.
Here's Bain. Clark outside. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Morant. Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 11. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Morant. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. You've got to be a little embarrassed by that one. And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Here's Morant. That's good from 17 feet away.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report.
You just can't give Edwards a look from deep.
And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Pass to Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 5. And here's Edwards. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 13-point game. Just 5 on the clock. Driving the lane. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
DiVincenzo against Morant. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And finished off by Morant.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Here's Payne. Pass to Edey. Clark outside. Here's Jackson. Morant sets a screen for Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. Based in the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is. And teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Edwards looking it over. Lets it fly from 18. Edey with the rebound.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
And a guy who can drive and finish with either hand, Jackson's tough to stop once he gets going downhill.
Here's Clark. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Pass to McDaniels. Outside for Randall. three-pointers off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Jackson. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Gobert, the screen. Back to Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Payne, no good. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Miller. Also, Naz Reid out there, and it's Alexander Walker in at the point. They set the pick. Pass to Huff. Inside. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And the dunk by Wells.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Jackson passes to Huff. Back to Jackson. Pass to Bagley. Tries again. And the call on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
After back-to-back 50-win season, Stan, last season was frustrating for the Memphis Grizzlies in almost every way.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. They went 27-55. Due to suspension and injuries, they only got 9 games from their star, Ja Morant. But they still have a lot of young talent and still a team that can be very competitive in the future.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Kennard, the pass to Huff. There's the pick. Lets it go. Gets to the corner and buries it.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
The three. It's hauled in by Huff. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Pass to Kennard to the left side wing. A nice shot by Huff. Huff's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Shannon. Kennard covering. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Here's Kennard. Here's Huff. And it's Memphis with another.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Pass to Shannon. .55 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Minot. There's the pick. 4 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker buries the long-range jumper. Alexander Walker's got 11 points here in just the second half. Now, here's Kennard. Defended by Alexander Walker. Here's Bagley. Pass to Wells. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Back to Kennard. From the arc. Reed with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 8.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Shot's good by Shannon. Shannon's got 4 points in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And so it's Minnesota. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Morant is the point with Bain out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off for 3.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Here's Clark. The kick out to Bain. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bain's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. About that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to 6, and the bucket from Bain.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Well, defensively, all eyes are on Edwards, and that creates opportunities for others.
Here's Morant, and Morant throws it down.
Now, that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Gobert dishes to Edwards. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. It's good from long range. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
Payne against Edwards. Jackson a screen on Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Payne kicks to Jackson. The offensive rebound, Clark. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
To the inside. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And here's Morant. Three-pointer and rejection by McDaniels. Clark the pass to Morant. Here's Heaney. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Edwards. Randall a screen on Morant. Edwards kicks to Randall. That three off the mark.
And really, for some reason, just not a big part of their offense today. Hard to...
In the air and down hard!
Oh, stop.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Morant. On the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
And good that time. Edwards got 24 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Clark against Edwards. Here he goes. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Heaney, defended by Gobert. They set the pick. Here's Morant. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations. This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Payne passes to Clark. Payne looking around to tie it up. The three won't fall. Morant with the steal.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely needed 3 here.
Offensive rebound, Clark, and an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Now here's Morant for 3. He's off from 3. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
State Warriors. Green out there with Kuminga. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's post in at the 5. And for Memphis, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jaren Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Edey in at the 5 spot. Brent, these teams know each other well, and safe to say they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
13 feet out. Morant, no good.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Green with a screen on Clark. Here's Curry. Memphis with a rebound. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Payne against Kuminga. Nice move. And Payne finishes inside.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Curry. And that one's good.
Like to see it when Steph has the confidence to try the floater just over the top of the defense and that soft touch, and it goes.
Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from the
That is what I'm talking about. Wow. Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
The kick out, Curry. Pass to post. Fires from deep. The rebound by Jackson. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Throws it down despite a man right in his face. Opportunity here to make it a 3-point play.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Green, the pass to Kuminga. Morant against Curry. 6 to shoot. Green with a screen on Morant. On the wing, Green fires the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
The smarts there shown by Draymond Green. He realized it was his turn to fire one up. Cashes in.
Jackson with a screen on Butler. Out left to the wing. Here's Edey. He's watched by Kuminga. Outside Payne. Out to the right wing. Here's Morant. Some solid defense from Butler.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Morant looking for an opening. Clark outside. Outside for Morant. And then Morant with the jam!
Oh, the vertical of Morant is simply incredible. I mean, he's fantastic at using it to his advantage on the inside.
Green, the pass to Curry. A minute 37 left in the opening quarter. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
It's stolen by Kuminga. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team to win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Here's Curry. He's off on that one. Good D by Clark. Grizzlies lead by 5. Left side, Morant. Pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other...
And coach doesn't like the call at all.
With the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Outside Bain. And there's the screen. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Edey. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. A shot to stop the run. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. 7 seconds left in the first. Here's post.
And at the buzzer, count it. Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's exactly.
And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bain. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Clark in at the three. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Clark right side. Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside Morant. It's rebounded by Golden State. Curry looking it over. Fires the three. Curry with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, BA, to watch all of that happen. But I give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered. And then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Clock at 6. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Morant against Butler. Pass to Bain. Clark with a screen on Curry. The three from Bain. The Warriors pull it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Clark against Curry. A screen. Here's the three. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got his 5th rebound in this one. Maine, the pass to Clark. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Clark's got 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Curry passes to Kuminga. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Butler against Moran. There's a screen. Pass to Edey. The shot's good. He has 6. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Moran against Butler. Pass to Edey. And that one is stuffed right through.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Up top, Curry. He's got 9. They set the pick. Curry at the rim.
Curry's so good at working the angles inside, just adapting to the situation.
To the middle. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Pass to Bain. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 5 to shoot. Here's Edey. The rebound by Post. Curry with it. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that... Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Moody. Buddy Hield is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center, filling out the middle. Huff, the pass to Kennard. Bagley sets a screen. Kennard into the lane. Jackson outside. Pass to Bagley. With 1 on the clock. Oh, sweet move. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Oh, Bagley punishing the defense that time.
Hield on the wing. Another shot. Pass to Pajemski. Moody from outside. Kennard with the rebound. Grizzlies lead by 6. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
So there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Moody from outside. Kennard with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Tipped away. Inside. Here's Huff, and he jams it home with authority.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow, too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Warriors trail by 10. Left side Hield. Jackson Davis a screen. Outside Hield. Outside Moody. Back to Hield. It's blocked. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Bagley, no good. The Warriors have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. Down low. Here's Jackson Davis, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
Here's Kennard. Still no points. Bagley sets a screen. And here's Kennard. Counted. Good.
This is kind of where I feel like his comfort zone is, as Bagley hurts the defense from there.
Now here's Hield. Tightly guarded. Now Moody. Cleared away by Wells. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, Hield right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Here's Kennard. Jackson outside. Over to the wing. Bagley, a screen on Hield. Clock at 4. Wells, the pass to Bagley. Warriors with the rebound. Outside Hield. Puts the move on, and he lays it in.
Yeah, for guards who are young players in the NBA, finishing around the rim is always a focus at this level. Nice job by Hield there.
Kennard outside, puts up a 3. Here's Bagley. Then he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. Bagley's got 10 points here in the second half.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Offensive rebound, Jackson Davis. Soft touch off the glass.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Kennard. There's Jackson with the 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Marvin Bagley making highlights for the Grizzlies. He put together 10. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And so Moran will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pass to Kuminga. To the inside. Here's Post. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
To the left side wing. Here's Edey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Curry takes it in from deep. And Post gets it to go. Post has got 5 points now this quarter.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Curry against Bane. Count that one. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Curry against Clark. Pass to Post. Clark against Curry. Driving in. Curry with the magic off the dribble.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Here's Jackson. And here's Morant. Outside Bane. Six to shoot. Pass to Edey. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis.
Coming onto the floor for the Grizzlies.
Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. Here's Post. Outside Curry. Here's Post. Defended by Jackson. He gets it in there.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Morant driving to the basket. And then Morant with the dunk.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. 4-point game. Morant drawing the double team. Edey for 3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. Curry against Jackson. Pass to Post. Back to Curry. Banked it in off the glass.
And none better. Steph stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
Jackson right side. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Bane. Pass to Edey. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Bane. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Curry. Missed inside. Grizzlies lead by 5. Here's Morant. Whoa! John dropping the hammer.
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Curry against Jackson. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Jackson. And here's Curry for 3. Curry with another miss.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Morant with the slam!
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Bane with it. From deep 3-point range. And the miss. So Memphis wins it. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the
Educate.